Voices in Time, written by Hugh MacLennan, published by McGill Queen's University Press, read by Daniel Michael Karpenchuk. Ihr naht euch wieder, schwankende Gestalten, die früher sich einst dem trüben Blick gezeigt. Goethe. To Tota and Francis. Part 1. John Wellfleet's Story. A warm morning in June, not a cloud in the sky, another winter and a long, cold spring gone, over at last, and the lilac was in bloom again. The scent of it entering the open window of his room was so intoxicating, it brought a mist to the eyes of the elderly man standing beside it. During his illness the past February, he had wondered if he would ever smell lilac again. But now the sun was warming his veins, and one more summer at least seemed assured to him, his 75th. The buzzer stabbed the silence and made him start, for it had been more than 3 months since anyone had called him. He went to the instrument eagerly, wondering who it might be who had remembered he was still alive. What he heard was an unfamiliar and apparently youthful voice announcing itself as André Gervais, and asking if this was Mr. John Wellfleet. "Yes, I'm Wellfleet." The man Gervais then informed him that he had in his possession some papers, and had good reason to believe that they were concerned with Wellfleet's family. The old man's eagerness vanished. "Mr. Gervais, did you say? I don't think I know you. Did I hear you say something about my family?" "Yes, that's what I said, your family." "Well, I have no family." "But you must have had a family once. Let me explain. These papers aren't new. They're so old I can hardly believe they're real. There could be quite a situation here. I can't understand much about these papers, but they might turn out to be very important." The stranger spoke fluent English, but there was an intonation of French in his voice, and Wellfleet, thinking he was an official, replied in that language. "Je le répète, monsieur. Ma famille n'existe plus." Gervais went on in English. "I don't think you understand me. These papers are very old." "Oh, for God's sake," the old man thought. "Another of them. Papers and questionnaires, this form and that form and that form and this form. His life had been turned into a bog by them." He said nothing, and the stranger went on. "I went to the Bureau of Records, of course, before I called you." "What good did that do you?" "It's certainly unreliable, the Bureau. There are many gaps." "Did I hear you say gaps? You must be very young if you've just discovered that." "Yes, I'm young, but there is a Bureau. They've been trying to restore the data for quite a while now. You must have known that." "I did not know it." "The Bureau can't be entirely useless. I certainly found the information that there were people called Wellfleet living in Metro a long time ago. So my question is, were you one of them?" What's he after, Wellfleet thought. Then he remembered how vulnerable he was. "Yes," he said bleakly, "I may have been one of them. But when I was young, the city I lived in wasn't called Metro. And what difference does it make where anyone lived that long ago?" He was on the point of breaking the connection when he heard Gervais say eagerly, "I have a name here. Stephanie Wellfleet. Does that name mean anything to you?" It was so sudden the old man's throat seized up, and for several seconds he could not articulate. When finally he spoke, his voice was asthmatic. She was my mother." The man called Gervais became excited. "I had hoped she was. But in a case like this, I had to be absolutely sure. This is wonderful." Wellfleet felt as though someone had torn stitches from a wound in his soul.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?